All right. Okay. Well, we are excited to be here tonight. Thanks for all of you that are on. We've got some more people joining still. So welcome, welcome. Tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about the compensation plan a bit and PRV tips and tricks. So if you, as we go throughout this chat, you are more than welcome to chime in if you think of, oh, I did this and it boosted my PRV. Please feel free to chime in. And I think that a lot of times we don't really always know that scary compensation plan. If you look in your work or in your catalog, it's on page 61 is the compensation plan. So you can kind of look and see the different titles up on the top, and then the different responsibilities and rewards down the left side. So as a new consultant just joining Cincy, you get 25% off of every sale you make. Once you hit 1,000, you bump up to 25%. But say you joined October 10th and you already have $1,000 right now, you would automatically bypass the 20% and you would get 25% on all of the sales from this month, which is great. So if you're in that position, you're winning for sure. Sometimes people think, oh, 5% isn't that much, but it actually is. It makes a big difference. So depending on your title, where you're at, just kind of look and see where you're at and what the next goal would be. If you're essential, the next goal would be to hit 1,000 PRV. And then from there, moving on. So once you hit lead consultant, one of the great perks of being a lead consultant is that your name will be generated on the consultant locator. So Cincy.com is like the mother hub, right? And there people can search. So if someone's like, oh, I want to look up Cincy, but I don't know anybody in the area, or I don't remember who my consultant is, they'll search up Cincy and they'll get directed to Cincy.com most likely. And then it will tell them to, it'll pull up the consultant locator. And in order to be on the consultant locator, you have to be a lead or above. And not only be a lead or above, but get paid as a lead or above. So you have to have your 500 PRV in, and then you will show up in the locator. So that is one of the great perks, because I probably have 10 to 20 orders a month from people who are redirected to me from the consultant locator every month. And the reason I know this is because in my order history, it will tell me where they came from. It will say Cincy.com, or it will say, look, I'm trying to find one right now that so I can give you 100% example. It'll say, like, it'll be a PWS order and it'll say Cincy.com. So that's one of the great perks of reaching lead. So if you are not a lead consultant yet, I would challenge you to find someone who you love to spend time with, who you really enjoy their company. Maybe you're like-minded, maybe you already work together, maybe they are a family member, to join the business with you and to do business together so you can have fun and you can receive those perks of being on the consultant locator. That's a really, really big perk to have. The one thing that's really important to know with the compensation plan is that you have to do the minimum of 500 PRV to get paid at your title. So say you're a lead consultant and you've got, you know, maybe 2 people underneath you. In order for you to get paid on anything that they do, you have to do your 500 PRV. And then together you have to hit the minimum team wholesale volume. So there's a lot of lingo that Cincy uses TWV, GWV, PRV. What are some other ones? AFL, Active Frontline. So in your consultant book that you got, the handbook that you got at the beginning, that all of those, what are they called? Acronyms? I don't know what they're called. Yeah, they're all in there so you can see what they all mean. But it's important to know that your team wholesale volume is all of your volume from everybody that is in your team. So if you're a star consultant, say you've got 5 people underneath you, that would include all of their wholesale volumes. So people often say, well, what's retail? What's wholesale? What's the difference? Retail is retail. How much you sell a product for. You sell a warmer for $30. That's $30 retail. You're going to get your commission off of that $30 number. Your wholesale is just minus the 25%. So there's a little calculation you can do to get from wholesale to retail that you can use. You take your wholesale. I have to look at my note because I always forget. So if you're wanting to get from retail to wholesale, you take your retail times 0.75, and that will give you your wholesale number. If you're wanting to get from wholesale to retail, you take your wholesale volume divided by 0.75, and that will get you your retail number. This is something I keep in my drawer because I forget all the time. So it's something that I use every month to calculate, to see where, and to help people if they have questions about, okay, I'm sitting at $947 wholesale. How much retail do I need to get to 1,000 wholesale, right? So using those equations, you can figure it out. Yes, when your mom or dad told you when you were little that you need to learn math, this is the part that, you know, that's good to know the math so that you can do this conversion. So the great thing about the compensation plan is it's pretty simple. Cincy makes it really simple. But the thing that I love about it is that they reward you for your sales and your team's sales. So you'll notice in the rewards column down here, there's a line that says bonus from personal wholesale volume. So this is a bonus that you get at different titles off of your personal sales. So this can make a big difference. As a lead consultant, you get a 2% bonus. So not only do you get your 25%, but you get a 2% bonus off of your wholesale. The other cool thing that Cincy does, and you probably hopefully know this, if you hit 2,000 in sales, you get 30% commission off of your sales. So instead of 25%, you bump up to 30%. That's what I was talking about earlier, that 5%. It may not seem like a lot, but it actually is a lot. It does add up. So understanding retail versus wholesale is really important, and how that plays into your commission. And then understanding your team wholesale volume and your frontline wholesale volumes, that also is really important because you get paid off of your frontline's team wholesale volume, which includes everybody underneath them. So if you have, you know, someone that's a lead consultant underneath you and you're a star consultant, you would get paid on them. There is this section in the compensation plan where you see that there are a bunch of blank grids. You see all this area that's blank. So I'll give you an example. Say I'm a certified consultant and I have a downline, but I have yet to put my $500 in, or maybe there's something else that's preventing me from getting paid as a lead consultant, but I have a lead consultant. As a certified consultant, you don't get paid on your lead consultant. And if you are a lead consultant and you have a lead consultant under you, so say I'm a lead consultant and say Missy's also a lead consultant, I would not get paid off of Missy. You have to be a title above the people in your downline in order to get paid on them. So that's why if you look and you're saying, okay, I'm a star consultant and I have a superstar consultant under me, but I'm a star consultant. Okay. You look at this column and you go down to superstar consultant, it's blank because you wouldn't get paid on a superstar consultant in your downline. You would need to be a director in order to get paid on that superstar consultant. It can be a little tricky and people are always like, why is it blank? Why is that box blank? That's why you have to be one step ahead of your team members in order to get bonuses off of them. Now, the cool thing about the compensation plan is Cincy has set it up so that you can maximize your income through Cincy. They have so many great products and offerings that we offer. We know this, right? They're dropping stuff left and right at us, and November is going to even be more awesome. So the great thing about it is that they set us up for success so that we can get everything that we possibly can from Cincy as far as getting paid for the work that we're doing. And it just is a matter of us making sure that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's so that we have everything in place in order to be able to get paid at our title. So if you're a lead consultant, you've got to cross off all of those monthly responsibilities is what they call them. You have to have your 500 PRV minimum. You have to have 1,000 wholesale volume, and you have to have 1 active frontline. The cool thing about the compensation plan is that 500 PRV is consistent across the board when you get in a leadership role. So every month you have to do the 500. It's not just a one-time thing. Every month we all start at 0. We are all at the same level filled at the beginning of the month. I'm at 0, Julie's at 0, Missy's at 0, Nina's at 0. We're all at 0. And in order to get our commission, we have to do something. We have to sell our 500. We have to have so many active frontline or hit a wholesale volume as a team or as a group of people to reach a certain level of commissions. And they've worked it so that it's going to be in your benefit the way they have it laid out. So I love the compensation plan. I love crunching numbers. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you're like, I need a number crunched, just holler. I'm happy to help you answer those questions. Does anybody have any questions about that? The one great thing is that once you hit $1,000 in sales, you're certified for life. You will never go back to Essential Consultant. You will be certified forever. And you will always have that 5% bonus of 25%. So you won't ever go back to the 20%. You'll always have 25% from there on out. Hitting the 2,000 will guarantee, and the 2,000 has to be every month. That guarantees an extra 5% bonus, which is nice. So I hope that helped a little bit and gave you some just knowledge about the compensation plan and how it works and what it looks like. So now, because money ultimately is a motivator for all of us. We all got in this for some reason. I got in the company 14 years ago because I wanted $100 to be able to go to Target and buy whatever I wanted and not have to answer to the guy next door. Well, not next door, but in the other room. to have to answer what'd you buy at Target, right? So that's ultimately was why I joined. I just wanted $100 to be able to go and spend on whatever I wanted. So that was my motivator. And so in order to do that, I had to figure out this compensation plan and how it works and how much I needed to sell in order to get $100 a month. Now, your motivating income might be a car payment. It might be groceries. It might be putting a kid through college. I mean, the list is endless. But that's the motivator, right? We love our product so much. And for me now, $100 at Target is still great, but it's so much more than that. This business has gone completely to supporting our family 100%. So it's every phase in business looks a little different for everybody. And we're all in different stages of business, but it can be the vehicle that takes us to where we want to go. It can be the vehicle that takes us to get debt free, or to help our kids pay for their college tuition, or to put food on our table, right? Maybe you just need it for groceries, or to pay a few bills. Maybe you want to get a new phone, right? Maybe you love shoes and you buy shoes every month. Who knows? We all have different reasons. So we're going to talk about the most, okay, I don't know if it's if I'm saying that the right way. Your PRV, depending on where you are in business, if you're a certified consultant, if you're a lead consultant, star, superstar consultant, even a director, your PRV is the biggest chunk of your commission, your personal sales. So we're going to talk a little bit more. We've got not a ton of time left tonight, but we're going to talk a little bit about getting PRV. I'm going to tell you the easy way to get PRV and the hard way to get PRV. And everybody works their business differently. And so what works for one might not work for another, and what works for the other might not work for one. So I think that the easiest way to work your business and to get sales is by hosting parties. This is a party plan business. That's what Scentsy is built on. And honestly, guys, I have done everything in business. I've done the one-on-one sales. I've done the events. I've done the big events that are like a month long. I've done weekend shows. I've done home parties. I've done online parties. I've done basket party. I've done it all. I've done the fundraisers. Those are actually really the bomb. But if you're needing to make money, not necessarily. So figuring out what you're needing out of the business, and then taking it and moving into, how am I going to get that? How am I going to get that $100 to spend at Target? Okay, I need to sell some products. So what am I going to do? Am I going to do parties? Am I going to do one-on-one direct sales? Am I going to do events? Not probably happening right now, right? I have one event scheduled in December. We'll see if it actually happens. Fundraisers are probably happening, maybe not in the mass that they have in the past. But parties ultimately are the best way to reach a big variety of people that you wouldn't meet otherwise. And guys, I've loaded everything up. I've gone to a party and no one showed up. I've loaded up, gone to a party, and there were 50 people there. Like, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. So I know that there are crappy parties that happen, but with every crappy party, you probably have way more good parties than not. And with the way things are right now, with us not meeting in person with people, this Facebook parties are like the bomb for a lot of people. And some of them actually do bomb, and are not super great. But the trick is you have to just keep doing them in order to meet more people and to connect with different people. The more you do them, the easier they will become, and the more comfortable you will be with them. Now, we share a lot of PRV tips in our collaborative sense, where we share different things. Like today, shared the fragrance flower, right? Sell a bunch of fragrance flowers. Or I don't know, a couple days ago, we posted the nightlight, the mini fans and the pods, right? So we're constantly sharing different direct sales, meaning one-to-one, like you to a direct customer type of sales, that is the hardest way to work in business. It really is. But it is a crucial way because you have customers from events and maybe parties that you've done, and keeping those open lines of customer care open when you are doing like a personal special, or you've got goodie bags or whatever you're doing, maybe the coffee mugs, you're going to do those, or a Halloween bag. We've shared a bunch of those different ideas. Those are really, really important ways to keep those doors open with your customers. But the kicker or the trick is that you have to, when you're selling those to your customers, you need to be asking them to host a party every time you connect with your customer. And you can talk about all the free stuff they can get. You can talk about the holiday stuff that's coming out or that came out. But every time you have a one-on-one connection with a customer, and you don't have to be pushy about it in any way. You just, hey, I'm looking for some people to get some free stuff. Are you interested? Or you could even, I mean, there's so many different ways to party. There's like a text party that you could do. There's the Facebook party. You could do a Zoom party where everybody gets on a Zoom and you do a Zoom party. So those are just a few ways that you can do it currently. But the great thing about it is that they're the ones reaping the benefits, right? You're doing all the work. I'm doing all the work. You get all the benefits of the free and half price items. I have one of my superstar directors, Rochelle, she shared with me the other day that she includes a Scentsy check in her customers' bags every time they get an order. And it'll say the customer's name, and it says something like, this is how much you would make if you were a consultant off of your order. And she'll put the total. Maybe it's $20. You would make $20 off of this order. Would love to have you part of my team. So that is her join opportunity, where she's sharing the join opportunity with her customers. But that could also be a host opportunity too that you could do. I love that idea of the check, putting that in the bag so that customers could see, oh, I could have saved $50. That's a lot. Let's be real. You might have a customer that does that. I don't know. Maybe at the holidays, if they're buying a ton of stuff for family and friends. But just having something so that they're being reminded of the host opportunity every time that you contact them, every time that you deliver a product with them, for them, putting in little samples and goodies, and talking about the host opportunity. I had a customer that she was a guest at a Facebook party I had a couple months ago, and she had filled out my Google form and talked and mentioned that she'd be interested in getting half price and free items. And so I had followed up with her and she ignored me, which is fine. I get that. Some people that just makes them super uncomfortable, and that's fine. But she came over just a few days ago to buy some wax, and she was like, hey, I forgot to email or text you back about hosting a party. I want to host a party still. And I was like, okay, well, when do you want to do it? And we started the party that day, guys, her Facebook party. So you have to be constantly having those conversations, because those are what is going to build your customer base. Doing parties builds your customer base wide, and that is what you want. You want to reach more people that you don't normally come in contact with, so that you can just keep growing and expanding your customers. I think that a lot of times we get focused on just a few customers, or maybe our initial list of 100, maybe we only get 20 people, and that's all we focus on, and we think we've hit a dead end, when actually we have not hit a dead end for sure. Like, you have so much room to grow and so many more places to reach people. You just have to kind of open your eyes and see past that dead end that you find yourself in, making your list of 100 complete and constantly having it moving and rolling. If you've been around a while, like make a new list of 100 and keep building and adding to it so that your customer base will keep growing and keep developing and widening. Because you can ask for referrals from your customers too. You can say, you could ask them like, hey, do you have anybody that you know loves candles that might be interested in Scentsy? I'd love to connect with them, or I'd love for you to send a link to them and they can check it out if they want and contact me. But oftentimes we get in our own way because we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of being rejected. And so we stunt our growth, for lack of a better way to say it, because we stop asking those important questions or sharing those important opportunities of hosting parties or new products that come out. And that's what prevents us from getting to the next level that we want to get to, or from even getting that commission of the $100 that we want to go to Target every month. So you have to figure out what you want out of this business, what your financial goal is. And if you're just doing this for fun, I think it would be great to think of maybe an experience that you want to have with your family or with a friend maybe, and use Scentsy, your income from Scentsy, to be able to fund that experience that you have or that you're gonna have. So figure out what it is you want every month, what you need or what you desire, and then figure out how much you need to sell. And then what's the best way to sell? How am I going to sell the products? Once you figure out those few answers to those crucial questions in business, then you just have to figure out the how. How am I going to do it? How am I going to sell $2,000 this month? Okay, I've got a couple parties lined up, or I have no parties. So what would be your first step? Your first step would be to go and find maybe a couple people that would want to host a party, and you hit dead ends. Maybe nobody wants to host a party. So guess what? You host your own party, call it a relaunch party, and then you take it from there and you get bookings off of those your party that you have. And then you keep growing and growing from there. Working on your list of 100 is really important, because that is a constantly working and growing and evolving list that you have customers that are constantly engaging with you, or maybe quarterly, or maybe annually they engage with you. Because I do have a number of customers that will just order once a month, and they every month just order, and that's great. But the important thing is that connection that I have with them, that we keep connecting every time we possibly can about the products, about the host opportunity. And I just keep asking, and I just keep asking, and eventually they're probably going to say yes. So don't be afraid to ask. I think that everybody can be successful in this business. I don't think, I know they can, if you'll put in the work and time to make your business successful, because that ultimately is the kicker. You're either going to be on it and you're going to do great because you're engaging and you're connecting with your customers, or you're not doing anything and then you're kind of stuck. And when you're stuck, you're not going to progress, you're not going to grow, you're not going to be able to generate that income that you want to support whatever the cause or need or desire that you have in your personal life. So you have to figure out a way to do it. And Scentsy is, like I said, Scentsy is the vehicle. It can help you fulfill that need or desire or drive or passion that you want to do with the money that you make from Scentsy. But it's just a matter of you putting in the effort and time in order to generate sales, direct sales, party sales, fundraising sales, and fundraising is a whole nother topic for another day. But I hope that that gave you some ideas of some things. I love the different packs. I think I posted on Saturday, like what were they? There were 3 images I shared. One was a breast cancer. There were 3 of them. Different bundles like that you show, people think, oh yeah, that's great. Those are great bundles. I would love that. Another thing that people really like are, oh goodness, where'd it go? I posted them last week, I think, where they just have like a cute assortment of different bars. Like I think we've had that fall stack of bars where you can pick whichever bars you want, right? But it's just like a cute, unique way of marketing your products to your customers. The mystery bags are a really, really great way to, maybe you have some product that you want to move. So that's a great way to move some product and get it in the hands of your customers. Some other great things that you can do are the bundle and saves, where you're bundling multiple people's orders together and getting them even a bigger discount by using the Hostess rewards to kind of buffer. That was that post that I did last week with the 10 bars, right? 10 bars for what? Well, you get 6 customers, you can get 10 bars for $42 by using the Hostess half price items and the Hostess credits. So just being able to understand how to, I don't want to say manipulate, but like work out your orders so that you can give your customers a good deal. Everybody loves a deal. Everybody loves saving a little bit. That's only going to help you be super successful in business. So Missy or Julie, did you have anything you wanted to add about PRV boosting or?
I do, and they haven't really taken off a lot here, but I do the themed whatever subscription boxes or whatever. So I don't sell a whole lot, but someone said even if you don't get any orders, just keep doing them every month.
Yeah.
So some months I may have 5, some months I have none, but it's that I'm consistently doing it.
That's
So
what
I've got 3 this month.
So like, what do? You just like theme like what? Because I think I had seen somebody on YouTube or Pinterest somewhere where they were doing theme boxes. Like they had, or I think Monica had pointed out somebody had a Wizard of Oz theme or something, and I'm like, we don't have any Wizard of Oz products, but I'm thinking they're going with colors or they buy other little things to put it together. Like, what is it that you do for theme boxes?
So mine are very simple. Where I live, I can't even buy a box to put anything in. So I usually just put mine in our bags.
Same here.
Because I live on an island that's 9x3, and it's like they're building a Dollar General just over like the border from me. Nice. And like I'm so excited.
Yes.
Kind of pathetic. So mine are super simple. This month I did sweater weather, and I'm trying to see the list that I had for that. Just one sec. Like I use, here it is. So I do 2 sizes. The smaller one has got Winterberry Apple Tea Scent Pack, Cozy Fireside Bar, Cozy Cardigan Hand Cream, and Hug in a Mug Scent Circle. So it's all like that cozy. So yeah.
I think that the cool thing about those is that you can really take it. I mean, it's just getting that initial idea, right? Of like a cozy theme and then taking it and pulling, right? Because you could put a Scentsy soak in it too, right? And depending on your price point, do you have like a more expensive box and then a smaller, cheaper box, Julie?
Yep. So the other one, what did I take out? The other one, I took out the wax bar and I put in a honey pear cider travel tin and a cozy cardigan fragrance flower.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna put some fuzzy socks in it, and I will probably
That's
put
so
a sample in of the soaks.
I
I'll have to
love
get them off Amazon. The socks will have to come from Amazon.
That's nice though.
That's great.
Amazon, not Prime.
Right?
Taking a week to get orders. It's like from Amazon.
The joys.
So I do just direct sales. I'm in a tiny town as well. A lot of ours are, but direct to customers and mystery bags that I've seen from Collaborative Sense or other leaders that have posted them, and they seem to work well. Sometimes it's a total mystery. Of course, it's a mystery bag, but sometimes I will let them know like this will be a flower mystery bag or cleaning mystery bag, laundry mystery bag.
So you're kind of doing what Julie's
boxes.
doing. It's
Yeah,
just
that's what I was
different.
saying, like, oh,
Like-
okay, 'cause I had seen somebody post that, like I said, theme boxes, and I'm like, well, what is it? But I'm like,
Yep.
well, this is just a mystery bag, you know?
It's just a little, it's just a different way of like describing it.
Uh-huh.
Some of them are quite fancy. They put all kinds of printables in there, and they
Yeah.
put cards in about what it is and how it all ties in. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
Simple.
Yeah,
I'm the same
I
way.
don't do that either, unless it's like a theme, like my Halloween, like boo bags, and I'll just buy bags from the dollar store or add like some candy or sticker or something, you know? but-
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good.
And I just saw someone post in one of the groups that, and I went and bought some at the dollar store. I think for her NFL warmers, she bought the tablecloths that were football or something and wrapped them in. So you have people.
Nice.
So I went
Those
and
are my
bought like,
girls, sorry.
I went and bought the Christmas ones for the, what do you call it? November warmer of the month. And I already sold one for my kids. So I kind of like wrapped it up in the tablecloth.
Well, that's so
The plastic.
cute.
That's really cute.
So they were $1 and she had posted the ones for the NFL. So I went and bought some for my upcoming sales or if I sell some of the November warmer of the month. So I just cut it in 4 like she had and, you know.
It's just a cute, perfect way to dress it up.
Mhm.
Super easy and
I
cheap.
just did that a little while ago because I had seen the post and I went to the dollar store. So I bought like 4 of them. So
That's cute. Super cute. So the cool thing about the business is that you can make it as great or elaborate or as simple as you want. It's totally up to you how you want to do things. And that's what I really like about the business, because you can keep things super simple. You can make them a little bit more elaborate. You can, if you're super artsy, craftsy, and creative, like a lot of people are, you can totally take things and run with it. I kind of can be that way, but I don't like to use my time that way. So I'm not as crafty or elaborate or as creative as I could be, I think. But that's a great thing because my customers, I mean, I always am throwing in lots of samples. So I feel like that makes up for it. So yeah. All right. Anybody have any questions? Monica? I don't know who else is on. Jennifer, oh, you got on. Allie's here. And I see James and Z Cruz.
I think James is Samantha, on her husband.
Okay. Incognito. You can just thumbs. Oh, there's Allison. You're incognito.
I was trying to do some cleaning around the kitchen, so I didn't want you to see me not listening. I was listening with my ears.
You're good. No, you're totally good. That's great. I love it. Good stuff. All right. Well, we're going to be doing these every month. On the, what do we decide, Missy? On the 4th Wednesday of the month? Is that right, Missy? Is that what we decided? Yes. So our next one will be on the 25th. That's the week of Thanksgiving. We may move it up a week, guys. So we'll do the 18th. So watch for that event in our Facebook group so that you can be on the call. And if you have any suggestions or things that you would like to learn about, we are happy to do everything. We've got a number of leaders in our group that we are probably going to take turns leading this. So we would love to hear what you guys want to learn about and what you want to talk about. So we'll put that a little poll on the event for next month as well. So sound good?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, thanks for jumping on. Before we go, I got to take a picture though, because I like to take pictures and post. So everybody, so Monica and Jennifer and James, I don't know if it's not James. Yeah, there. We want to see your faces just for a second. Anybody else want to jump on? Okay, we'll go with this. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. There you are. Yay. All right. Well, have a great night. Thank you so much for jumping on, you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey.
Bye.